Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. I want to thank you for coming back, to this session, our last session, and I just want to see how you've been doing overall, how you feel like all these sessions, if they've been beneficial for you, and how you've improved during the past few sessions.
I think just like overall, I feel a lot better. Like, just kind of like less stressed, or just kind of with like less buildup, or I don't know. I guess like more at peace or something.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You feel good inside.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I'm not carrying so much.
Okay.
And I think because this is like the first time like ever that I've really talked about things, and kind of really just been honest about what I'm feeling. So I think that's been really nice, to kind of feel this way and kind of just feel better about myself, and because it was kind of hard to carry all of that,
Yeah.
and then to just know that I have so much like negativity in me, and like my thoughts and my feelings. So I think kind of just working through that with you has been really nice, and just kind of made me feel better about myself. And like just feeling that it's normal to feel that, it's been nice.
I'm glad to hear, that you feel better overall, even if it's just having someone to like talk to and let your feelings out. And it also gives you an opportunity to kind of hear yourself sometimes and put, everything that you're saying in perspective. So I'm glad that it's been helpful. Have you noticed that you feeling inside and you feeling like you unloaded, do you think that has also helped you improve the relationship with your dad, or has it remained the same?
I think our relationship has been improving like over these few weeks that I've been coming, just because I feel like I'm not lashing out at him because I'm like all this aggression that I have inside, like I feel like if anything, like if he triggers me in any way, or if he makes me upset, I feel like it doesn't just like, I have like a word vomit and everything just starts coming out. Like I feel like I'm able to kind of like hold that in and kind of like respond more properly to the situation. I feel like I would go like from 0 to 100 really fast with him, and like I've been able to kind of just like monitor that a little bit more, and like kind of have like disagreements but not have like a full-blown fight, you know? Yeah.
Okay, and that's really good. I remember in the previous sessions you said that you guys would normally lash out and you guys wouldn't talk for a few days, so you think that has improved as well?
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be very honest. Like, I don't think, like, it hasn't happened at all, because we've had, like, a couple sessions, like, a couple times that we don't talk, but it doesn't go as long anymore. Like, before it used to go, like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 days. Now it's, like, a couple hours, or, like, a day, if that,
What do you think it took for it to not take so many days? Like, did you start thinking differently, like, okay, maybe I should start talking to him, or how did that go from being so many days to now being decreased to fewer days?
I think it had to do a lot with myself. I think I would put a lot of blame on my dad, and that I think that just kind of stemmed off from what I was feeling inside. And now that I'm feeling better inside, and then I'm kind of dealing with the emotions and the feelings that I had, it's that I don't lash out, or I don't say things that are as hurtful, or I'm not as harsh with him.
That's really good. Yeah. So you're not only being aware of yourself, but you're also trying to be aware of what you're saying so that it doesn't affect him or hurt him in a way?
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a big step, because you're taking yourself into consideration, and you're also taking him into consideration, trying to be more aware overall between your feelings and to not hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you on that, because I know in the beginning you told me you felt a lot of anger towards him, and he hadn't apologized to you, and I feel like now you're focusing more on the things that you have more control over, and it seems like it's really been working out for you.
Yeah, I think I always just focused on what he did to me and what he decided to do and how his decisions affected me, but I was never really like taking accountability for how I was treating him and how that was affecting our current relationship now. So I think me being more aware of that has made like great improvement into our relationship.
That's really good. And for you to be more aware of it, I know you mentioned before some of the options where, I'm going to try to step out if, that does happen. Did you see that being successful for you?
I think I was able to do it a couple times. Not every single time. Because I feel like on certain things I can bite my tongue, and other things, like, he needs to know that it's not okay. But I think I was able to do it more often now than what I was before. And I was able to do it and not start having all those racing thoughts in my head, like, I should have said this, I should have said that, I should have, I think I was more accepting of me being able to walk away and not feel like he won the argument or things like that.
Okay. So it wasn't so much of a battle, like, I won this, I had the last word. Now it's kind of like you're okay walking away by, sharing your point of view. If he continues talking, you're okay walking away, like... Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a big improvement, overall, because I know that maybe in the beginning it was really hard to, I need to have the last word.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I'm glad that you're more in tune with yourself, because you said in the last session that you did, you wanted to be more in tune with your feelings. Have you done anything else to be more in tune with your feelings, or is it just, reflecting?
I think I'm just more cautious of the conversations that I bring up and how I bring them up. I think I would always just try to overload my dad with, like, heavy conversations. And I think what's been helping is just being able to discuss things, but, like, little bits at a time.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Taking things step at a time.
Yeah, and I think being able to know that like, how I have my limits, so does he, and how I can't even begin to imagine what it is for him to not have my mom. Yeah. And to, like, live with that every day, So I think just kind of being more, like, aware of what I'm expecting from him and how I would feel if that was expected from me.
Yeah. And that's really good. It makes me really happy, to hear you say that, because I feel like you're showing, the love towards him, and you're comparing that you both went through that, pain, and you understand his pain, and some people react to things differently, but it's really nice that you're aware of, what you feel, and you're also trying to keep in mind, like, he also went through the same thing, and I know you said that you wanted to work on that last time, and it sounds like it's really been working for you, because, you are being thoughtful about his feelings, so good job, with that. That takes a lot, and I feel like you've done, your work and your part of it. I wanted to ask you, do you see any, I know you said, realistically it happens here and there, do you see any big obstacles coming up for the future for you, like, in dealing with this? And if so, do you feel like you have the appropriate tools to be able to deal with it, since we will no longer have these sessions?
I think I'm a little, like, worried, just because this has become, like, a routine. But I think I've been able to identify things in myself that I wasn't able to do, or haven't been able to do in a very long time.
Okay.
And I think I've become very aware of how little things like that have made big changes in a relationship. And I think I do feel like I can, like, implement that, like, with other situations, and I feel like I've been able to implement that, like, with my sister or with my brother, or, like, whenever we have, like, certain, like, disagreements or things like that, so I feel like I've already been doing that, so I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do it without, coming here.
Okay, so you've also noticed that some of these changes that you've made have positively impacted relationships with your brother and with your sister. And, you do see yourself running into a few obstacles, but you do feel comfortable that if you just take it back to, slowing down and maybe identifying that, you should be okay with it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really good. I'm glad that you do, feel comfortable. I just wanted to make sure, that I wasn't just throwing you out there.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I just wanted to thank you, for sharing all of this, because I know that, sharing about your relationship with your dad and your feelings, because losing someone is it's very hard. It's very hard. So I want to appreciate for sharing those feelings with me, for opening up to me and working with me, to try to find a solution to this. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and just having someone to come and open up to, and you being really I guess caring and compassionate. I appreciate it, and I do see and I feel like that had a lot to do with me wanting to keep coming and me wanting to implement those things. Because I felt like I had you to support me if it didn't work out.
And I'm glad to hear that. And I also want you to know that if you ever feel even if we're not having sessions, if you ever feel you need to unload, you're welcome to always come back. And whether it's me or another staff member, we're here to help.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, thank you, and I'll see you around.
Okay.